Thanks for coming back to day 8 of this 7-day Eat with Love video challenge. I hope you have been kind to yourself this week and been able to navigate this challenge in a way that has opened you up a bit, that has started a little shift within you to begin eating with love and begin eating in a way that is different. Yes, it's going to be different, but it's going to feel better for you. I mentioned in a couple of the videos previously in this challenge about my food addiction. Now, this was something that I had for 35 years of my life. It started in my early teens and really just amped up and kept getting bigger and bigger. And it stayed with me for a very long time. And there were so many different reasons why that food addiction was there. And I have looked at each and every one of them. But the main one, I think, really being comfort. I just needed comfort. But here, now, coming to the other side of the food addiction, I can see that as much as it fucking sucked, and I didn't like it, and it was hard work getting out of it, it was something that I had to go through in this life because it has now become my life's work. It is guiding women to listen to themselves and what they need, because we are each all and every different. We are each and all very different. I think I said that wrong. And the one commonality, really, that we do share is the demonization of food as a woman. And despite how much information is out there that is released in regards to food, there is still a lot of confusion. There is a lot of overwhelm. There is a lot of misunderstanding of really the original thought. As I said again in another video, that it just gets twisted and turned around into something else so people can use it for their own reasons. Food is not meant to be used as a weapon to keep women in line, to control them, to have them believing that they are no good because they, oh my goodness, they dared to eat some sugar or some carbs, or oh my gosh, fat. And these types of insinuations and little whispers that go on and the exclamations that people shout out into the world, they have us living in fear. They have us afraid to put food into our bodies, to nourish our bodies and to love our bodies. This is really, really not a fun way to live. I have lived that for a huge chunk of my life. And I fucking hated it. I hated myself in it. Because I didn't trust myself. I trusted everybody else's opinion about what I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to look like, what I was supposed to eat. Just, we get told how to live every fucking little aspect of our lives. We forget that we have a choice in that we can decide for ourselves, that we actually do have autonomy over who we are in this life. And that just because someone else says it doesn't mean that we have to take it on for ourselves. And I share a lot of that in my book, My Food Addiction and Me. There it is right there. And I share the 10 life lessons that my food addiction actually has taught me. I share how I went from believing so many ridiculous, crazy rules and the stupid lies that really just made me feel so horrible about myself and about my body and about my life, and especially about food, and of course about how the world works. But the one thing that I wasn't trusting, and the one thing that I should have trusted, was myself. I didn't do that. I want to share with you now just 3 of the 10 life lessons that my food addiction taught me. I won't go into detail about them, but I think when I share what they are. They kind of might be a little bit self-explanatory. So number one is that it was never about the food. Never ever about the food. The food was just a byproduct of how I felt about myself. And number two, I had to take charge of my life. I had to listen to myself for once and not leave it up to someone else to decide who I am meant to be. And number three is that I know what is best for my life. I can listen to other people. There are so many wonderful people out there who have a lot to say, who know stuff, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to be right for me. I get to discern what feels right for me, what I get to bring into my life. Your relationship with food begins with you and only you. It is a relationship that you have to have with yourself. It's, I guess, like that Dali painting that I mentioned in the last video. That was all, crooked and irregular and just all a little out of whack. But you get to paint your own picture, whatever you want that to be. You get to choose what goes on there. You get to choose your colors. You get to choose your lines. You get to choose the ratios and the aspects and the perspective that goes into your own picture. And if there's irregularities, if there's distortions and contortions, then so be it. We all have those. We have to embrace that part of ourselves too. There is beauty in all of that. There is beauty in all of us, in all parts of us. So if you don't like what you see, it's okay to start again. It's okay to grab a new canvas and begin painting something that feels more like you, rather than having someone else hold your hand while you paint or take the paintbrush off you and decide what it's meant to be. You get to start again. You get to create what feels right for you. And your relationship with food can start all over again. You can start fresh. Thank you so much for watching this 7-day Eat with Love challenge. And if you'd like more ways to listen, learn, and love, then please subscribe to the Love Body Woman channel. My book, My Food Addiction and Me, 10 Life Lessons My Food Addiction Has Taught Me, is not a one and done book. I quite often will read a book and think, that's it. That's the magic. That's where it all lies. And I'm just going to break myself open. I'm going to be this brand new, beautiful, wonderful person, everything that I've ever dreamed of, because this book has given that to me. Some people find that, I think. I don't know if they're lying, but it's this book and it's that book and it's this person saying something and it's the instinct that comes on inside of you, and it's so many different places that we get these lessons and we get these words of wisdom that help us when we need it, give us those words of wisdom that we need in that moment. So no, my book is not a one and done, but it is an opening. I might be tooting my own horn here, but there is a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of stuff that I have learned that I know can be a starting point for some people. It is a peep through the looking glass. It's to see what else there is, to see yourself and the world in a different way, to open yourself up to that, a way that is more kind and more loving and most definitely appreciative of who you are in this lifetime. Because you are multifaceted. There is a lot to you. There is a lot going on. And changing how you see yourself and beginning to have a better relationship with yourself is so important. Changing your relationship with food begins with you. You have to change the relationship you have with yourself first. You can do both at the same time. You can see who you are when it comes to food and how that relationship is working for you, what needs to change. You don't have to have a food addiction to benefit from the words that I've written in this book. Food addiction comes from that messed up and fucked up relationship that you have with yourself. It's the small self, the self that limits and controls and it lies. So each page can be a door that is opening for you to step through, to keep peering through the looking glass, to challenge yourself, to just really challenge all that you've known. And it will lead you to another door, and you get to see what is being reflected back to you. It might be scary. It might look like a Dali painting, like whatever's being reflected back to you. It might look like the weird and wonderful world of Alice in Wonderland. But it's your life. It's who you are. And what has been doesn't need to influence you so much in what you are now. You can let that go and just go, okay, that was, and this is now. This is who I choose to be in this moment. So why waste any more precious time feeling fucked up, feeling shitty about yourself and your relationship with food and all of that stuff? And My Food Addiction and Me can help you to uncover and discover parts of you that have been laying dormant, that maybe you've ignored, you haven't wanted to look at. It is time to reveal those parts of yourself to yourself, to look at them with love and with kindness, and just get rid of anything you don't like anymore. It's okay. It once was, but it doesn't have to be anymore. So, as scary as it might be, stand in front of that mirror and feel the strength of your being to be able to walk through another door and another door and another door and get closer and closer and closer to the most important relationship that there is, the one with yourself. And remember, nourishment isn't just about what you eat, it's how you receive it. So receive it with love.